Hello, my beautiful warriors of love. Thank you so much for being here. We've got a very exciting event for you today. For anyone out there who feels like they can relate to the trauma of being hunted down, witch hunts, being suppressed, not able to express themselves, not fitting in, not knowing where your tribe is, feeling different, feeling more spiritually inclined, and feeling when you like you're scared to fully step into your full power and your full authenticity. That you want to get out there and share your gifts and make a bigger impact, but maybe there's something stopping you or holding you back. This session, this whole idea, this channeled event, healing came through for you. So I just pray whatever my audience is needing, please help me support them with what, how best, and all that. So this came through loud and clear when I was tuning into who are the clients that I track. And I tracked a lot of clients who feel that they're women healers and they have powerful gifts and they're not afraid. There is fear of getting out there and being seen, and fear of criticism, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of all of that. And some of them are single women, and some of them have challenges with men in general. And yeah, let's just get to the root of that today. That's my intention, is to get to the root of that, clear the karma, learn the lessons, release the beliefs, release the traumas, so that you're left feeling more empowered, stepping into your full power, getting your true authentic self. If you're more of a witchy vibe, more of a priestess vibe, more of a esoteric vibe, more of a metaphysical, whatever your true authentic expression is, that you really allow it to come out fully, unapologetically. So let us know where you're tuning in from, and if you can choose one key area based on what we're talking about. What's the one thing, like what is it for you? If we were saying there's an ancestral block, there's a past life block, what's that core one for you that kind of runs through different areas of your life? Hey, what's up, DC? Um, Happy to have you here. Fear of power. I appreciate this so much. From Illinois. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing, DC. And I got you, sister. We will integrate this fear of power into the call. Hey, Kat, Spokane, what today? I don't know what that means. Please say it a different way. And was it your son you were saying was having some challenges? Hey, Kiana, happy to have you here from Missouri. DC, past life and inner child this life. Yeah. And DC, what I realized was the things that happen sometimes from our childhood traumas are actually just there to let us know what happened in our past lives. So happy day after full moon. How intense is this freaking full moon? It's been so intense. Like I just keep having to retreat and go back, drink water, and spend time in nature. How are you guys feeling? Hey, Manisha, glad to have you from London. Good old London. Happy to have you here, Washington Cat. Thank you. You're visiting your dad. That's right. Hey, Facebook user. So on Facebook, there's a StreamYard link. If you click it, it shows me your picture and your name. Unfortunately, when that's not clicked, it just says Facebook user. But yeah, good morning, dear Facebook user. Hey, Cindy from Minnesota. Thanks for being here. Goddess Divine on IG. Thanks for being here. Thank you all for being here. Let's take a moment to ground it. I'm going to start us off with a poem that I wrote. If you guys are not aware, I'm also a rap artist. I'm going to share a poem to speak to this like witch hunt archetype, the archetype of a woman in her full power who gets hunted down and misunderstood, and the toxic masculinity, just being afraid of a woman's power and how it goes to extremes to try to suppress it, because it's, I wouldn't even say the masculine, I'd say ego is afraid of power. When someone's in their full power, it triggers another person's ego. Just so that we don't create a whole men versus women thing, because it just, I'm feeling too much of that these days. And that's not to take away from all the injustices and all the imbalances. Um, yeah. So this song is dedicated to the goddess. It is dedicated to those who feel that they were hunted down as witches. And I'm curious to know here, just in all authenticity, who here feels that they resonate with that archetype of the priestess, the witch that, has been hunted down, or who here even has past life experiences of that. Would love to hear that. Manisha, clear and relationship abundance blocks from past lives. Thank you. So Manisha is saying that from past lives, um, because of things that happened in her past life, it's affecting relationships and abundance. Thanks for sharing. Beautiful. So I'll share the poem, the rap song. It's off my album Rainbow Warriors. If you want to check out my music, Indigo Prophet, all streaming platforms. It's 5 albums there with a lot of healings. Feel free to integrate them into your lives. I notice when I listen to my music, I get all organized and like focused and empowered. And yeah, I feel like I can do anything really. It's like that Aries transmissions in it, with a lot of infinity healing as well. And just really great freaking music as well. So we'll do a song, we'll do a healing for this past life, clearing ancestral patterns, clearing past life patterns that are blocking us today. Kat, you also feel that in the relating to the witch archetype and experiencing that. Yeah. Yeah, and I really love witnessing. One of my favorite things with the women that I work is witnessing there's this big wall and fear of I can be anything and do anything except for who I'm here to be and share the real powerful gifts that I have, and watching them kind of like let's do it that way, overcome their fears. And on the other side, they're getting themselves out there, being more confident, being more bold and brave, and getting more clients and making more money. It's a beautiful thing to witness. And myself too, when I started, I would sweat so much, profusely sweating when I would do workshops and get my healing out there. I would cry a lot and sweat a lot. Just a lot of water. Kiana, found out my sun, moon, and rising and more. Okay, you found them out, and that so what is your sun, moon, rising? Just curious. And my Chiron is Aries. I forgot what Chiron is. Is that like your teacher? It's about healing wounds. Thank you. Your Chiron is you're like a wounded healer, right? Healing wounds and worries regarding survival is in Aries. Okay. And I have a past life memory from the Salem witch trials. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Is there like an accurate movie about the Salem witch hunts? I'm sure there is, but like not in a horror way, but like in a more documentary way. Thanks for sharing, Kiana. Beautiful. I am at my ancestral grandma's house. Haven't been here in a long while. How interesting, Kat. You are in your ancestral grandma's house right now, and you haven't been here in a long time. It's divine that you go there and just alchemize these things. Facebook user, Morning Tart, ancestral misogyny and witch stuff. Remind me, misogyny is that when men are just not treating women as equal. Unfortunately, I come from a culture where it's called being like it's not even, we don't even use the word toxic masculine. It's like so many men were like that we didn't have a word for it growing up. So please, and I've heard it in women's circles, men's circles, misogyny. Please remind me. Cindy, resonate more of a shaman, but yet others see as an evil. Yes, wounded healer. Got it. Shaman. Yeah. I mean, there's so many different words like a shaman, a priestess, a healer, which, yeah, like witch, medicine worker, shaman. Yeah. But that's the word that you resonate with, and that they saw it as evil. Yeah. Got it. Wounded healer. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Okay. Let's do it. Amazing, amazing. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're going to keep it to, I say 30 minutes, but it always ends up being more. So 30 minutes to dedicate, it'll probably go to an hour. 30 minutes dedicated, committed time for self to really get to the root of these things. And I'm just curious to know, how do you feel this root trauma of not feeling safe to be your full self is playing out in your relationships, is playing out with your finances, is playing out with your career, and maybe health. If you're experiencing a lot of women that I work with that have had these witch hunts, it does manifest as a block in the throat. So when they go to speak their truth, it's like it's like the truth almost doesn't want to come out. And there's this very like right underneath the surface, if I speak my truth, something bad will happen, right? And then because they believe that, because they've experienced that, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It keeps playing out. Curious to know how it impacts your relationships, finances, and career. All right, let's get into it. I'll start with a poem. We'll go into healing, and then we'll conclude it. Appreciate you guys for being here, and let's take it away. All right. So usually I'll do this with a poem, but today I'll just do it with a. Sorry, it's so awkward. There's two people right there staring at me. Well, not staring, but they're just right there. Okay, here we go. Ready? We come from and shall return to the goddess. Home is where I know where my heart lives. You know that you reap what you sow like a harvest. More power than you will ever know she can harness. Do we learn from mistakes? She was burned at the stakes. She was found by the lake and forced to suffocate. It's that fear of the feminine. When will we ever win? The sins of the brethren on gypsy Bedouins. It's so tragic. We fear her magic. Can we be empathic and feel her sadness? Is there a method to the madness? A reason for this planet? A place we can be living free from these madmen? The oracle, the high priestess, and the gypsy. You could try to change me, but I can only be me. Fighting for my rights, even if it kills me. If you want to live and be free, then sing this song with me. And then it goes into the song. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. History was nothing more than his story. Man's obsessed with himself and with his glory. Turtle Island, Pachamama, not our territory. Ho'oponopono, thank you, love you, and I'm sorry. A goddess in disguise, so I'm looking to the skies. But when I close my eyes, I feel her deep inside. They called her the mother, Gaia, Sophia, infinite spirit, your eternal fire. They feared, so they control. Let the weaker run the show. I'm learning to surrender while remaining in control. Stay humble, but stand tall. Together we stand strong. There is power in numbers, so you know we can't fall. You can see it in her eyes. She has lived through the ages. The truth they have denied, and it's missing in the pages. I feel it in her fire as she goes through her stages. She's got that Midas touch, so everything feels sacred. She knows when you are lying. She knows when you speak truth. You could try to disguise, but she will always see through. She has a hard time with men she will never submit to. She is here to remind us of what we can and will do. She is timeless wisdom, a threat to the system. They try to get rid of them by giving them Ritalin, telling them they're different, inject them with the medicine. They died, but guess who came back as our children? She's given up on stories that don't ring true. Don't push her to the edge, cause that might scare you. She's got hidden powers that she might dare use, but her heart is so true that she just wants to help you. Her teachings so ancient and have been held sacred, only shared with those who've been awakened. She's been patiently waiting ever since we were cavemen for us to break free from this enslavement. Tell me you felt that. So that song is "We All Come from the Goddess," and love to know what you felt from that. And I want to give a shout out to. I always get in trouble when I don't. That is not the chorus is not my song. The artist, I believe, is Lindy Leela, a real life priestess, high priestess. Um, and she wrote the song "We All Come from the Goddess," and then I just did a rap remix of it. And yeah, I just want to make sure she gets the recognition because that's like I don't want it to feed the very trauma of like a man coming and like taking someone else's work and making it their own. So 100%, it's not my song. I just added the raps to it. The raps are my raps. So I added the link right there. Feel free to check it out, or just go on to any streaming platform, type in Indigo Prophet, 2 words, Prophet, Prophet, and the song's called "We All Come from the Goddess." Not to be confused with the Goddess Anthem, which is also a beautiful song dedicated to women. Okay, so thank you so much, DC. Found you from the song. Wow, Goddess Divine Magic. Obviously, with a title like Goddess Divine Magic, the song that introduces you to my work is "We All Come from the Goddess." That's beautiful. And one of my clients that I work with a lot, Lindsay, is also a priestess, and she also discovered me through the song "We All Come from the Goddess." What's up, Annalisa? How's it going, sister? Thank you so much. You're in conversations here in the household every day, and there's a lot of appreciation for you. And I appreciate you. I just see Michelle transforming every time she hangs out with you. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being in our lives. I can't wait to hang out soon. I'm thinking of having a house party this Friday and just having to get, just like a gathering of beautiful souls. I'd love to have you over. So yeah, goddess divine magic. You found me for the song. I'm so glad. Please share the song. We definitely feel there's a good message there. I've never heard a rap song honoring of women hunted down in the witch hunt. So it was needed, and we did a great video for it, shot in like California, I believe. All right. Kat, you see all of it and you see it in your family. Cindy, affected all, played small. So this wound of fear of stepping into your full power, you can see how you play small, and throat issues as well, trouble swallowing and sore throats. Yes, Cindy, let's take care of that today and clear it out once and for all. Denise, I just got diagnosed with breast cancer that spread to my bones, back of ribs, L5, and sacrum, which is part of ancestral. My grandmother had the same thing. On my spiritual journey, I've been the ancestral karma breaker. Denise, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your vulnerability. I don't take that lightly. So I'm happy to hold space for you today to let go of what wants to be let go of on a deep ancestral level. And also for this to have a miraculous healing and recovery and remembrance. Thank you for sharing. Hey, Kiana, my sun is in Aries, moon and rising is Aquarius. Okay, Aquarian moon and rising Aquarius, and your sun is in Aries, and you sent that at 11:11. Beautiful. We are mirroring each other's Aries. DC, throat and heart healing, please, Tark Bliss BB. Yes, you're very welcome. I laugh when people call me Tark Bliss BB or Mr. Miraculous. I put it out there, and then, hey, babe, it's okay, Michelle. Michelle. Michelle, you can walk normal. Michelle's so sweet. She's like, I don't want to ruin your video, so she's trying to crawl in.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate the gesture. It's all good. Oh my God, beautiful. Okay. Uh, yeah. Hi, friends. Love you, Lily. Um, Thanks for being here, Lily. Just joining now. Perfect timing. We're just about to start. I always stall when I'm about to do something big, but I also want to honor your messages. We all come from the goddess. Like, love that song. Thanks, Lily. Appreciate it. Okay, felt very frightened later in that song. Felt very frightened later in the song. So whenever you listen to that song, by the way, it actually continues to do the work we're going to do today, which is heal the fears of being seen, heal the traumas of past life witch hunts and ancestral. So it's all encoded in the song. It's not an actual like sit down, imagine, heal, clear it. It's encoded as a silent healing, infinity healing frequency. Okay. I get so triggered by that emoji. That's like I get so triggered by it. It's hilarious that it's an emoji and it triggers me. Like what part are you not understanding? I have being misunderstood wounds, and that emoji triggers me. I'm kidding. I get triggered by that emoji. That emoji doesn't trigger me. I'm taking my power back from this emoji. I would like help clearing maybe anything the divine has for me. I've come so far, Lily. That's always encoded into every infinity healing, whatever is for the highest good. Thank you for sharing that. Kat, I have breast cancer twice, heart things, etc. And yes, relate on grand and dad, also some health stuff. Thank you. Yeah, and working with a lot of women and exploring, when we do what's the root of the heart chakra, a lot of them would say and from my research as well, is a receptivity block. So if women are constantly giving, which is like, let's say the right side, give, overgive, and let's say the left side is the feminine, which connects to the heart in the middle, and they're under receiving. I don't want to ask for too much. I'll just do it myself. That actually starts to create an imbalance in the energy that creates heart problems. And I'm only sharing this not to be like I know everything, but I've observed this, and I think it's an important insight because a lot of the work I've been doing for the last 13 years is inspiring women and men to receive more. I receive gratitude. I'm worthy of receiving, because if you give, and under receive, it's the equivalent of exhaling 8 times more than inhaling. You're going to suffocate at some point. Like if you're exhaling 10 times more than inhaling, you're just going to fall. So how can you in your day-to-day life practice receptivity, full unconditional receptivity, meaning if someone gives you a gift, you receive it fully. You don't feel like you have to give it back. So you receive it because that way it stays in the heart. And then it's like the heart's like filled, and then you give from your overflow, not from self-sacrifice, self-abandonment. I'd like to heal maybe anything that is divine. The past life witch hunts are so past life. That sounds so funny. Past life witch hunts are so past life. Clear the life witch hunts. That sounded like how the guys went around chasing the so-called witches. Get those damn witches. Clear those witch hunt. Clear those witch hunt traumas now. Clear those witches traumas. We're like rallying with pitchforks. Thanks, Annalisa, my fiery soul sister from another mister. Yes, let's do it. I pray it after sound bath. Oh, I play it, Goddess Divine Magic. That's beautiful. Wow, to have that song after a sound bath. That you facilitate, I'm guessing. So honored. Thank you so much. See, you give honor to the feminine and she responds with honor. It's beautiful. I asked what Chiron mean. It represents the wound that you need to heal. So the wound that you need to heal is in Aries. Oof, that must be challenging. I feel like my Aries is not easy to like just be with wounds. It's always like, what do I need to do? But yeah, maybe, yeah. But also it's probably inspired to take action towards healing the wound. So that could be helpful. Like everything, there's a positive and light. Okay. I think that's enough talking. I'm going to put a boundary on my throat chakra right now. No, I want to honor you guys and all the time and energy for you being here. And let's get into it. So I invite you guys to take a moment to take a conscious deep belly breath. Michelle, stop crawling. We can see you crawling. Just walk normal. It's totally fine. We're just here with some soul family. It's casual. Okay. Maybe not that casual. You know what? Who am I to decide? Do you? Do you, babe? Or trigger warning or whatever warning. Michelle may be walking around naked. It's just we know now. Okay. So I invite you guys. Don't crawl, please. Yes. All right. So imagine yourself in a circle with your fellow soul brothers and sisters on beautiful part of Mother Earth. It's just a sacred nature spot where I'll take you guys to one of my favorite safe spaces. It was in Salt Springs. So we just walk. You walk through a forest. You get to the top of a cliff area, but there's tons of space for us to sit in a big circle, and no one knows about this place because the trees kind of block it off. I'm adding this part, so you kind of like go through, and it's like this beautiful sacred portal with crystals coming out of the rocks. And you can tell that it hasn't been discovered for a long time, but the ancients, the original people of the land that we're on that lived in harmony with Mother Earth, use and used to use this sacred space. So it called us in, and here we are in full honoring and respect and appreciation of all the original people of the land that we are on right now. And here where I am in Mexico is full honoring and respect of the Toltec, the Aztec, the Mayan, and anyone else I may be missing. Like maybe there's some that history just didn't know about, right? So same if you want to do the same for where you are. And just imagine us holding hands in a circle, and in the middle of our circle is this powerful violet flame. It's a crystal sticking out of the ground, and around this crystal is this vortex of a violet flame. And this violet flame, basically, whatever comes up for us to clear today, will be sent into this violet flame and will be alchemized and transmuted instantly. And let's call in our guides, our angels. Let's call in, I go extreme. My Aries is very extreme. So all the beings of love and light that are for our highest good to be present, we give you permission to do all that you know to do that is for our highest good starting now. So I just imagine myself connecting to all the energies and all the beings that are best for this moment. And I'm just reassuring all parts of myself that I am safe. I am safe. If we want to affirm, I am safe. If it helps, you can bring your hand to your heart. I am safe. If you can imagine that part of you that experienced so many challenges and traumas, just let it know you are safe. You are held. You're in sacred space. So imagine all these beings of love and light forming a bigger circle around us and holding space for us. Beautiful. Starting now, do you surrender this entire experience to Source, God, Universe, and or whatever word you use for that? Yes. And starting now, would you like an infinity healing to clear any part of you that has a challenge, a block, a fear, a pattern, a limiting belief when it comes to being in your full, authentic, divine power? Would you like to clear that? Yes. So imagine Source, God, Universe clearing all the programs, beliefs, fears, emotions, root traumas, ancestral traumas, past life traumas in the way of you being able to be, experience, and express your infinite divine power in the way that is for your highest good, when it's for your highest good, how it's for the highest good of all concerned. Do you like that? maybe maybe in some scenario for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know. Like I always move forward with these like I don't know what's best. So I always say when it's best, how it's best, if it's best. I mean, I can't think of a scenario where it's not for your highest good to express your infinite divine power, even if you're face to face with the darkest of the darkest energies. That's probably the perfect time to express your infinite divine power. um, yeah, and I've shared like a trigger warning story where it's like a woman being, like stranger attacked, and she was in her full divine power. This is a soul sister of mine. Sorry, it's a soul sister in her book shared how in that moment she expressed her full divine power, and how the man who was attacking her um, broke the cycle and started crying, um, and came into his heart. And that is the power of the divine feminine, is she is able to surrender, but that doesn't mean being walked on. She's able to surrender, and in the divine surrender, to what is, non-resistance, whatever, and fierce heart love, like that fierce, that the power of love, not the like the lovey-dovey love that gets misinterpreted for that, like that force that is love, you know, um, not swaying from it, fully anchored, embodied, that allowed the other person to have. Is that the White Buffalo Calf Woman story, DC read? I would love to read more about that. Um, yeah, I've had that come my way through tarots, and I just need to honor it, and I would like to read more. And how that allowed for the breakthrough to happen. So it really requires mastery. So would you like an infinity healing to embody? Um, hey, Hannah, good to have you with us, sister. Would you like an infinity healing to embody that divine light, to really have the parts of ourselves to fully embody and express that divine feminine, that divine masculine, the divine holy trinity, all aspect, mind, body, soul of self? Would you like that? Beautiful. Would you like an infinity healing for the heart space, the throat space, back of the heart if we feel betrayed and backstabbed and all that kind of stuff? And if anyone has like posture issues, that's a good sign that something happened in a past life. Like I'm constantly cracking my back like I just did. So it's like holding on to stuff and letting it just get rigid in the body. So would you like an infinity healing to once and for all alchemize it, transmute it, release it, replace it with ease, grace, empowerment, flow, um, yeah, like softness and movement of the energy, that the vitality, that the life force is circulating easily, gracefully into all aspects of our being? Would you like that? Yes, and for the heart, just bringing in the affirmations: I am loved, I'm supported, I'm receiving love, I'm receiving my heart's desires with ease, with grace, feeling good enough, worthy, deserving, and I'm only giving from my overflow when feeling guided to do so. Would you like that? And would you like an infinity healing to take back all your power that you might have given away consciously or unconsciously to any of those ancestral experiences, childhood experiences, past life experiences? Yes. So imagine all that power coming back into your being. And would you like to show your mind and your ego and all versions of yourself that it's safe to own your infinite power? And it's safe to own your infinite power and to show it what actually was going on from the highest perspective. We don't want to create stories that are not true. We want to see it the way it was intended to be seen. To clear the karma once and for all, ancestral karma, past life karma, by taking our power back, by forgiving ourselves for co-creating those experiences, by forgiving those who we feel have wronged us. Would you like an infinity healing for that? Again, prefacing, you're not forgiving them and saying that it's okay what they did. You're forgiving them because your spiritual mastery self knows you holding on to this and saying, I don't forgive you. You're the only one suffering. They've moved on. And, I did a past life regression with my younger brother, and he said in that past life, we were both indigenous, living like in indigenous, it was like Native American or native, it resembled Native American tribes, and a boat came and killed my younger brother. And when we asked his higher self to let us know, where's that guy who killed you in this lifetime, and then my younger brother said that he's in Sudan, or Somalia, I can remember now, but basically it flipped. So he was getting like attacked by the gangs of that area, and he was like living in a village. So it's almost like I don't really know. I know that life, if you guys haven't watched it, it's called The Seven Seen Mirrors. Try to find the summary of it on YouTube, Seven Seen Mirrors. So the way I look at karma is, if I did something to someone else and I'm feeling guilty for it, the universe will show me what it feels like, not because it's trying to punish me, but so that I know what it feels like, so I can have empathy, so I can go, hey, I see that in me, and I forgive it in you, and I forgive it in me, and then this beautiful thing happens, where we break the cycle, right? So the first tattoo I ever got was this infinity symbol that I just kind of channeled with the DNA strands in it, and to me that represented. So I'm trying to, it's so awkward. It represented that you can always connect to your infinite self, which is your soul, which is your higher self. And from that place, you can literally change the patterns of the ancestral traumas that get passed down. Hey, Nerjurini, nice to see you, sister. So would you like an infinity healing to, bring the heart back into full functioning, all the heartache, the heart trauma, releasing it, alchemizing it, so that there's this big sun in your heart that's shining bright, powerfully. And same thing for the throat, that you're able to express easily, gracefully, powerfully what you think, what you feel, and authentic part of throat chakra blockages, because your life purpose is very connected to your throat. That's the first step in my programs. In my Thrive program is clearing the throat chakra, and we do a whole 2 modules just for this in the whole program. So it's connected to life purpose, because as long as you're not being who you're here to be, you will not do what you're here to do. So you can't do the dance of, hey, I want to live a purposeful career, but I'm afraid to be who I'm here to be. I tried that, and I kept getting fired from all the crappy jobs until I was like, all right, universe, I'm willing to be who I'm here to be. And it's like you go through the hero's journey in that. Thank you, Nutririni. So if anyone here is interested in getting more support from us, there's a link right there. You can also email us at abundance@tarikbeep.com if you want us to get on a call with you and see how we can support you. We've got 13 programs and 4 healing courses. Like a whole 6-month mentorship that we're doing great things. And we just heard, we constantly hear good feedback, but the ones from yesterday, if I may share just for a second, because they're fresh, is one of our the clients that we're mentoring, a healer who came out, coming out of the closet, as we're talking about, manifested an extra $25,000. And then the other client, our other client, sold her first $6,000 package, I believe, and there's 2 more packages that we're yet to hear if she sold them or not. And then Nirjurini, if you want to share your beautiful testimony that you shared 2 days ago, sold your first 4,000 euro package. I forgot what it was. Remind me the number. But yeah, just in 2 days, hearing all those things just makes my heart explode with gratitude. And if anyone on this call is like, hey, I want some of that support, there's the link or email us and we'll see what we can, because we've got everything from a $50 option. Like we've got the whole spectrum. You've got a 6-month program, you've got a, few week thing, you've got a monthly thing, whatever you want, we're here to support you. Okay. So would you like an infinity healing to back to the life purpose? I'm safe to be me. I'm expressing my authentic self. I'm getting myself out there. By being my authentic self, I'm then telling the universe, this is the real me. And then other things start to align. Because I'm being my authentic self, I'm now attracting the relationships that mirror the authenticity of who I am instead of who I'm pretending to be. And because I'm being who I'm here, I am who I authentically am. I'm attracting the career that mirrors my authenticity, and then it also helps with your financial abundance because you're most happiest when you're being who you're here to be, doing what you're here to do. And we help a lot of women transition, like they don't believe they can actually thrive from their gifts, and I've been preaching that for 13 years. So to have women do something else because they don't believe they can thrive from who they're here to be and what they're here to do. By clearing these programs, you can then have a reality where you're thriving, doing what you love, being who you're here to be. So would you like an infinity healing for that? Yes, yes, yes. Would you like an infinity healing to forgive yourself and forgive others that are connected to this core ancestral trauma, past life trauma? Thanks, Nirjarini. That's the email right there, abundance@targetpv.com. Beautiful. An infinity healing to break the cycle, break the pattern, bring awareness and consciousness into these core patterns, and see them all from the highest perspective. Instead of reacting, let's fill it with consciousness, literally the energy of awareness, right? So think of something that really triggers you. And imagine you can go into this place of, I'm observing my being or a part of my being wanting to react, wanting to defend, wanting to protect, wanting to fight or flight. So step one is just creating that opening that allows for space in this default pattern, right? Part of breaking the ancestral trauma patterns is bringing awareness to them, right? So let's fill these, it's almost like this happens and then it's like a button gets pushed and so let's create some space for these core triggers, reactions, traumas. Let's create awareness. So I'm observing that as I'm about to go on a Facebook Live, that all these things are coming up, right? It's not about, oh my God, they're coming up, I'm not going to do it. Oh my God, I'm going to do it and just force myself. It's just like there's a middle place where I'm observing these fears come up and I'm still going to take action, but I'm not going to ignore them and I'm not going to like force myself through them. I'm observing them, because by observing them, you're honoring them. Like, yes, you may have had that trauma. Granddad went through it maybe, or I went through it as a past life. Yes, I honor that you're afraid, but guess what? In this moment, I am safe, right? Hey, Darius, brother, good to have you here. Happy belated birthday. Thanks for being here, man. I'm so glad that I got to get into that video last minute and throw in that rap. And I can't wait to co-create on your platform soon, brother. Big hugs. So just allowing that awareness to spread into those areas where we find ourselves in a reaction space, or where there's a lot of charge. So let's allow Source God Universe to fill those trigger points with all this consciousness and awareness, and to allow it to, it's like we're planting the seed of consciousness and allow it to grow more and more and more each day. And let's give ourselves the opportunity to practice that. So put it into practice. It's not about like healing all our stuff. We'll never get to the bottom of that. But if we can shift on how we're reacting, like it's not clearing the trauma, it's the level of consciousness and awareness. It's like, where is it coming from? Where are we functioning from? Where are we being from? And if we can be from a place of awareness, observation, like the word, like I'm going to clear this. I'm curious about this, right? So it's like, I'm going to clear all these traumas. That's like my Aries, right? And then my whatever other side is, let's say my Piscean moon is like, I want to be curious about these things. Like there's something here. I'm curious to know, why does it feel so charged? And from that place of gentle curiosity about ourselves and gentle curiosity about someone else, it really helps us come from a place that creates safety for ourselves and for others. So would you like an infinity healing for that? Yes, DC Read, 100%. Would you like an infinity healing? So part of the infinity healing is you can do all these healings, but if you're not clearing what's stopping you from receiving, then you actually don't get the full benefits. And why a lot of people say they couldn't get the results and they came to infinity and they got it is because automatically the infinity healing clears the receptivity block, so you're able to receive 100% of what's available. Otherwise you get 5% here and you go to another modality, get 5%, and it's not the modality, but it's, are you clearing the receptivity blocks? And that's integrated. But let's officially do it, DC. So would you like an infinity healing to clear what's stopping you from receiving 100% of what's available today fully, and to clear anything that's stopping you from releasing the 100%, and to show your mind, your ego, all parts of you, that it's safe to go through these processes. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just tuning into the energy. Let's just give ourselves a nice stretch, right? Because we just moved a lot of energy. So wherever you're feeling there's tightness, just give yourself the gift of movement, of breath, breathing into parts of your being, creating some new neurological pathways, you breaking the cycle. So breaking the old cycles and creating new healthy cycles, patterns, beliefs, emotions, perspectives, right? Beautiful. And I know it's been intense, guys. I really appreciate all of you for wanting more for yourselves, for taking the time to nurture yourselves. We can all use it. And it's been so intense with that full moon in Sagittarius that's connected to, I read it today, it's like connected to like the galactic, it's something to do with the Milky Way and like a galactic alignment of some sorts, but it's intense. So we did the full moon ceremony yesterday. Feel free to watch that if you haven't. And this concludes our session. So bring all your energy from all space, time, and dimensions now into your present being, into your present body. And we're asking that all parts of ourselves get integrated, remembered, recalibrated, re-inspired, motivated, re-empowered, realigned, grounded, that this all gets alchemized, integrated. Beautiful. And then for those of you that would love to receive some extra support, we've created our inner circle. So if you guys are done, thank you so much for being here. If some of you are like, hey, I want to get some more support, what's available? The easiest option we have for you is called the inner circle. And we've put a lot of time and energy to create something that's a no-brainer for folks to to jump in on. And IG fam, I'm not able to show it to you, but I'm sharing my screen here on Facebook. So for example, just today I had one of our clients say, I am going through something, and I said, I'm going to create an infinity healing video that does so many things for you so that anytime something comes up for you, a belief, a fear, an emotion, a root trauma pattern, we're going to include in this membership as well a video that you can go and basically get infinity healings. So a lot of exclusive stuff. We're including 4 of our programs, backstage access. Every day I'm sending energy transmissions. Every month there's a live group healing and a distance healing. Then you get all these programs included. This one helps with you manifesting your soulmates. I Am Beautiful is created for women to feel more empowered. Entity removal is about clearing negative energies. Magic Book of Miracles helps you with financial abundance. Ascension program helps you with spiritual mastery. So you get access to all of those programs that are worth thousands of dollars. And you get these exclusive YouTube videos that I've created. The Manifest Anything Now is our best viewed, over 200,000 views, and helps people manifest all sorts of things. And then all our podcasts where we've shared some really amazing information on many areas of life. And then you've got access to my albums that you can play anytime. And then when we do a retreat, it expires after a week. So then you guys get to access the VIP retreats that I only do with my high-end clients, and the replays of the Abundance Retreat. And I've got something really special for the next one, which is next month, I believe. So normally this is $97, and if you click join now, so this whole thing's under tarotbb.com/inner circle, tarotbb.com/inner circle. And we had a code for it. Nirjini, do you remember the code? It was a 50% off code. Can't remember I can't remember right now. Oh, thanks. You put in the link. I think it was like gift or birthday. I think it was birthday, caps lock. I can't remember actually, to be honest, but just email us, let us know. But we're giving you guys access to that for 50% off. So that means you can join us for $50 per month. And I think so just let us know, email us. We love you, appreciate you. What do we have coming up, Nirjarini? We've got our 5-day abundance retreat coming up. We've got another, I'm just looking at my calendar. Okay, we've got a summit call next month. We've got a retreat coming up next month with some amazing healers. Some of, just my beautiful psychics and healers and intuitives. And they're going to be sharing on the 5-day retreat. So we're going to have so many more healers. And that's it. I love you guys. Let us know what one thing really stuck out for you. And I'll conclude by pulling a tarot card for us. What was the big, thank you, inner half. That makes sense. Thank you. I was trying to remember it. So inner because inner circle, and half because it's half off. Thanks, nurturing. I was like, what is it? All right, I'll stop sharing. So targetview.com/inner circle, and then inner half would love to have you join us. So I get to nurture you on a day-to-day basis instead of like once in a while, as things get more and more intense. And that video alone is worth it to access the Infinity Healing video, so that anytime something comes up for you, you get to clear it. Beautiful. Just more access to me. I wish I could just, anytime someone messages me, like we get so many requests from people like, can you pray for my dog? Can you pray for my grandma? And I do my best, but it's like, I just reached the point where I was like, why don't we just put people in a membership, and then I can actually like officially cater to these people. So want to just pull out a card for us. What's one card I can pull out that can really speak to all of us right now in what we're needing to hear? Kat says, thank you. I needed this. Been emotional, seeing my family unwell and not doing much to help themselves. I just have to love them, be grateful we are together today, and keep healing myself. Yeah, Kat, thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. And I'm glad in some little way I get to be a part of what's going on with your family. Do you see the throat and how so your biggest takeaway was how was the throat chakra and how the past and this life have caused these issues. So just the awareness, right? Tark's next free retreat is July 11th to July 15th. Thanks so much, Nigerini. And the one Facebook group where all that will happen is in the Infinite Abundance Retreat. So facebook.com/Infinite Abundance Retreat. All right, let's do this. What one card, source, God, universe, what one card can I pull out that can really help all of us? What's the one, like the one that you want us to become aware of right now in this moment? Thank you, God. Thank you, source. Okay, Queen of Swords reversed. Let's look into that. So I'm actually new to this, but it's been so bang on and accurate with myself and my clients but I still have to go and look up the meanings. I feel so unprofessional when I do that, but whatever. So reversed. Okay, Queen of Swords reverse. I always get nervous when it's reversed. I'm like, oh, that's the bad one, but there is no bad. Reverse. The Queen of Swords reverse points out that you may allow your emotions to get the better of you. We're just talking about triggers. As you put your heart before your head. So I wouldn't say your heart, but like your emotions get the better of you. You may be emotionally involved in a particular issue, and it could be distorting your perception of the situation at hand. You need to use your head a bit more to understand what is happening and read the signals more accurately. Take an objective look at what's going on and decide what you need to do next. So don't react from hurt and pain and trigger and misunderstandings. React from logic. So like the head gets such a negative rep, and it's like it also serves a divine purpose. And we're not talking about the gift of emotions. We're talking about the distortion that happens from triggered, like making decisions from triggers. That's why I have a rule that says never make a decision on a full moon, because you're probably acting from all your traumas. Suggests that your relationships are clouding your usual clear vision, right? Your relationships may be clouding your usual clear vision. You are allowing others to dominate you and negatively affect your ability to make decisions. You hesitate to pursue your plans because you don't want to rock the boat or disrupt your relationship with others. You hesitate to pursue your plans because you don't want to rock the boat or disrupt your relationship with others. At the end of the day, however, you need to be more hard-edged, confident, and assertive to be successful. Sharp analysis, objectivity, careful consideration of, but not necessarily choosing, the alternatives are essential right now. I didn't fully get that, but I kind of got it. At times, the reverse Queen of Swords can come across as cold-hearted, resentful, and bitchy. And by the way, I feel there's a positive side to the bitchy side, like in everything. And it's needed sometimes, especially when you're overly a people pleaser and always nice. Sometimes the bitchy side gets shit done, particularly if she is devoid of any emotion or compassion for others. She can come across devoid of any emotion or compassion for others. So sometimes putting yourself first starts to feel like you're being cold towards another person. But sometimes it's important. Hey, I want to put myself first. My needs are important. I'm taking care of me now. And take it how you want. This card may represent a part of yourself or someone else you are trying to deal with. You may be putting others offside and losing your supporter base, isolating yourself from others and being seen as narrow-minded, intolerant, and mean. Interesting. That spoke very uh, strongly to me. What about you guys? Okay, we're going to conclude in a minute. We hit, it was exactly an hour. How beautiful. Time flies when we're in the vortex. What is it within me that does not want to be healed? Interesting, DC. Please, yeah, reach out to us. Let's see how we can help you deeper with that. Feels like it needs a bit more of like a dedicated one-on-one to figure that out. Unless you're just asking the universe, in which you'll just get the response. For constant healing support, for super affordable, I love it. Constant healing, super affordable. Join the inner circle, targetgroup.com/inner circle. Special code is inner half. Thank you, Najarini. I love you all. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. And I'll talk to you soon. Let me know what you think about the song We All Come From the Goddess when you hear the full production of it. Thanks, Alarm. I'm aware it's been an hour. All right. Many blessings. Keep shining. Keep thriving, doing what you love. Stay sovereign. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace, guys. Welcome, DC Reed. Oh, you're very welcome, Goddess Divine Magic. Sounds so good to say that. Goddess Divine Magic. You're very welcome.